Hi everyone, it's Sharon again. So I am here to tell you what the Dirty Dollar Challenge is all about. So this is the Dirty Dollar. That's the front. And this is the back. This is a dollar bill that's ripped in half, moldy, disgusting, dirty. The worst I've ever seen in my entire life. It was given to me as change from Dollar General. So I looked at it in disgust and I was like, what in the world am I supposed to do with this? It's not even currency, but God must have a plan for this dollar. So I discovered the Dirty Dollar Challenge. So what this is we go to random restaurants and we will, at the end of the meal, we will present the Dirty Dollar as a tip and say, will you accept this as a tip? And they either will say no or they will say yes. So if they say no, we give them a standard 20% tip. If they say yes, then we whip out a crisp $100 bill and exclaim, you've won the Dirty Dollar Challenge, and like to make this big thing. And they get really emotional about it. Prior to that, as a waitress, I'm interested in people's stories. Everyone has a story to tell, including you. So you might be the next one to receive the Dirty Dollar Challenge. So, long story short, I ask them about their life, their families, if they have kids, things like that. And I even go so far as to ask, what is a waitress's pay these days? Well, we had one waitress, she was telling us, it was a seafood restaurant. She was telling us that she was a single mom, 3 kids, 2 twin 8-year-old boys and an 11-year-old boy. School had just started. And she had no child support, no other income. She was strictly relying on this job 40 hours a week for her income. So I asked her, I said, well, what does a waitress get paid hourly these days? She goes, I just got a raise up to $8 an hour. And I'm like, $8 an hour. I'm like, that is like $320 a week minus taxes. What does she take home? $270 a week plus her tips. So I thought, oh my goodness. So I didn't even do the Dirty Dollar Challenge with her. I literally just whipped out 3 crisp $100 bills for her, gave each one to her for her sons. And I said, buy your kids some school clothes with these. And she just broke down in tears. I still remember her name to this day. It was Danny. So another example that we did, went to a bar. And the bartender, we ate a little bit of the greasy bar food and that, had a couple drinks. Go to give her a tip. I give her the Dirty Dollar. And she's like, what's this? I'm like, oh, will you accept this for your tip? She's like, no, I will not. So I did not tip her. Honestly, I gave her a couple bucks. That's it. I don't know. Let me know if that was bad in the comments or not. If you would have done the same thing. To me, she didn't need the money that bad if she's turning down the Dirty Dollar. So we go to a barbecue place. And this girl, she's young. I'm asking her, oh, so are you married? Do you have kids and that? And she's like, no, I actually live at home with my mom and my nieces and nephews and all that. And I'm like, oh, that's good. Okay. And she's like, there's a lot of them. There's like 8 of us in the house. I'm like, oh, okay. That's a lot. So we proceed to, eat our meal and everything. So I whip out the Dirty Dollar and ask her, would you accept this as a tip? She looks at it and she's like, yeah, I will. So I whipped out a crisp $100 bill and I said, you won the Dirty Dollar Challenge. And she just broke down in tears and ran away. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, well, what just happened here? So she didn't come back. Another waitress came back and she told us, unbeknownst to us, we had absolutely zero idea. She just told us about her family. Her dog died that morning. Out of the blue. Her mom found the dog curled up and died in the yard. And that poor girl was carrying this with her while serving us our meal with a smile on her face. She was mourning inside. And I said, God wants us to give joy to those who need it the most. You know, and today, in today's day and age, yes, we can give joy in so many ways. Money's not the only way, but it is one way. And it's a powerful way. I do not have a lot of money at all. Nope, I do not. I live in an RV. I have a truck. We have a smoker. And we have a small little paddle boat to catch fish. We live very humble lives. We own a drywall company. I used to be a nurse for years and years, saving babies' lives, 18 years. So I'm retired now. But I still give where I can. So we have now moved from Florida to Texas. There we go. Where are you from? Texas. Okay. So we did go to one restaurant and we had a really good waitress, and you know, we didn't even do the Dirty Dollar Challenge with her. We just gave her a $100 tip because she was so good and she was working so hard and cleaning all the floors and all the tables while those kids are over there standing around doing nothing. So we gave her $100 and we told her, don't think people don't notice your hard work. So, you know, this is what we're doing. We are gifting somebody who needs it the most, because that's what God wants us to do. I don't have much, so believe me, I would really like you to like and subscribe. Every single video, like them, it counts a lot. We're just getting started videotaping these. And, you know, as we move on with this, we will probably do different challenges. And right now, I myself am on a fasting challenge. So I have been working my way up to this. And I did like 20 hours and then 23 hours of a fast. And then, you know, I'd break the fast with one meal and then start fasting again. The only thing I allow myself is water, smart water, because it has electrolytes, or unsweet tea that has no sugar, no calories, so that it doesn't stimulate insulin. Now, when we go to the restaurant today, I will be fasting, so I will only order an unsweet tea. And that's why, maybe with a lemon in it. I can do that. But, you know, I'm doing this, you know, for my health and, you know, in honor of Jesus. He fasted for 40 days. I can't do that. But, you know, maybe I can get away with a couple days. If I can do 48 hours, that'd be awesome. So anyhow, you know, I'm gonna move on with the videos here, and stay tuned, because, you know, you never know who we're gonna meet, what their story is, and if they accept the dirty dollar. Stay tuned.